Hello parents, this is Mrs. McCray. I wanted to make a quick video just to kind of explain how we look at our writing prompt and how we go back and text code. You're going to hear, your children's use some terms like text code and mode. These are the terms that we use in class when we're talking about what mode we're going to write in. Is it going to be informational? Is it going to be opinion? Is it going to be a narrative piece? So one thing that I told the students when we get a text like this, we want to go first to the writing prompt, and we want to read the writing prompt first so we can understand our purpose for reading. So here, this writing prompt, the readings talked about hurricanes, tornadoes, and blizzards. Write an informative essay about the effects of severe weather. Use information from the passage in your essay. So this here is our writing prompt. One of the things I told them, the first thing we need to know what mode we're going to write our essay. And here we can clearly see the mode is informative. So I usually have them to circle the mode and put an I, because we're going to need that I later in our plan. And I'll make another video for showing you how I have taught them to plan. And so it is a work in progress, so I'll show you that later. And then when we've used the videos and I've put up the videos, that's when I'll start sending home more practice so we're all on the same page. So right now the mode for this prompt is an informative. So they're going to write an informative essay. So they need to know their opinion is not in this piece, but they're writing an informational text. They're supplying us with the information. So then I asked them to underline what the task is. What is the task? What do they want you to write about? Here they want us to write about the effects of severe weather. Now, us as adults, we may have said, oh, of course. But a lot of the students, they weren't sure what the task was. They thought they were going to write about hurricanes, tornadoes, and blizzards. So I want them to get in the habit of thinking about what it's asking them to do. What is the task they want me to do? What do they want me to write about? Here they want them to write about the effects of severe weather and use information from the passage in their essay. Now, we're not copying word for word. I'm in the process of teaching them how to paraphrase, how to quote the text, how to cite their sources, and how to use their own words to supply the information, as well as support what they're saying with evidence from the text. So now that we know what we're looking for, we create our text code based on the writing task. So our text code here, the students told me, it could either be E for effect. Whenever we see an effect, we're going to underline it and put an E next to it, and that signals to us that that's a detail that shows the effects of severe weather. Or the other option they gave me was ESW, which they said this means the effect of severe weather. So one of the things I mentioned to them, we want, when we're text coding, we want our codes to be really quick. But if that's something that's going to help them remember, then go for it. But we want our text code to be something that's quick and easy when we're writing. This is the remainder of the directions. This is consistent. This is also the directions for the FSA. This is what it looks like. The FSA looks similar to what I'm showing you today. So manage your time carefully so that you can read passages, plan your response, write your response, and revise and edit your response. They will have 2 hours to do this. They should use all their time and use their time wisely, and I'm showing them that too. Be sure to include an introduction, information from the passages as support, and a conclusion that is related to the information presented. Your response should be in the form of a multi-paragraph essay. Write your response in the space provided. Now, we talked about what a multi-paragraph meant for us as fourth graders. For us as fourth graders, a multi-paragraph means 4 paragraphs. A beginning, a middle, and an end. So for fourth grade, that's what the district has said is appropriate for fourth graders at this time. So let's now go to the text. And usually the text is in the front, but I always tell them, you may want to preview the text, but go to the prompt first and read the prompt. So here, as you notice, I've underlined and put an E because this was a detail that showed me the effect of severe weather. And the severe weather we were reading about was hurricanes. So this is source 1. So this is the first article. So here I noticed I only underlined the details for the effects of severe weather. The rest of my paper is clean. We talked about examples of descriptive writing. So in source 2, I actually allowed the students to do source 2 and source 3, so you won't see anything underlined here from me because it was their turn to practice. So we would go through this text, look for details that would support or that would answer the task, the effects of severe weather. I had some students to underline 200 miles per hour, so I had to go back and ask, is that evidence of severe weather, the effects of severe weather? They had to think about it, and then they realized, no, that's not correct. They were able to underline disaster struck a small town. Disaster was disaster and effect of a tornado, and they believe so. They went through cars and trucks had been thrown about. Was that an effect of severe weather? So they would underline that detail and put an E over it. Homes were crushed and simply ripped from the ground. Was that an effect? Of course. So we would underline it and put an E next to it to show a support, a detail that shows the effects of the severe weather of a tornado had in this article. And same with blizzard. So we went through the article and looked for some details of severe weather. We saw here where severe weather resulted in very low visibility. So just being able to pull those details, underline it in text code, because the information that they're going to take this information and they're going to plan. They're going to plan. They're going to have a topic, main ideas, a beginning and a middle. They're going to cite their sources. So, and I'm going to show you that in another video, how we take this information and plan. But I just kind of wanted you to see how an FSA style writing prompt look like and how we are practicing in the class. So when I send home some of their work, you can kind of see where they're headed and kind of encourage them through the process. So thank you again and have a wonderful evening.